Hey guys, this is going to be an overview of my Star Wars media collection. I want to give big props to Toddy Walnuts, excuse me, for doing a video showing his awesome steelbook collection. And I just wanted to show some of those steelbooks here now and my thoughts on them, and then go over some of my retro media and bootlegs and all that other fun stuff. So, before we get onto this, let's jump over here. Where down here is where I usually keep my steelbooks on the bottom shelves here. And I'm not gonna. These are sealed. I'm not gonna open these. I actually have the box set, those which are my viewing copies. I haven't chosen to open these yet. I may at some point, but yeah. So I really like the design of these. I like how they profile, like maybe like the main villain of each movie. I wish they kept with this theme, but as you'll see, they kind of deviated from it. So here's the Phantom Menace, and I don't have all of these, by the way. I think I have most of them. See, now this here is Attack of the Clones, where they chose to put Yoda on it. I would have liked to them have put, was it Not Mace. I even forget the guy's name now. The general there. But yeah, I would have liked to have him on that. I'm missing Revenge of the Sith, and then I have Star Wars with Darth Vader. They could have actually put Tarkin on this one, and then put Vader on this one, but they chose a Stormtrooper, which is still okay. Um, Empire Strikes Back, really nice looking steelbook, and then Return of the Jedi with my favorite Star Wars villain, the Emperor, and actually no. Then we got Force Awakens with Kylo Ren, and then we got the horrendous looking steelbook. You see, they totally deviated from the artwork, and shows it looks almost like a CGI mess or animated look to this one. And not only that, but they, as you can see, the spines don't line up on it. So I'm really not happy with that. But Todd had pointed out a great seller who was making magnets for the spines to make them all match, which I did go ahead and I ordered the two for the Force Awakens and Rogue One, and I can't wait to get those. And I actually found a seller who makes lenticular magnets for a lot of steel books, and I ordered the Rogue One for that. It hasn't come in yet, but the guy had gotten good reviews, and I like the image. The image was like more like the poster image, and as he turned it, it made a different image. So now all I need to make this steelbook great is find someone who's willing to do the back image, and then someone who can do custom interior artwork for this too. And maybe someone else can do some disc artwork, and then we'll be all set with that. But so that is my steelbook collection. And I know you're probably looking at this. This here is the Thing ice pack here from Spain. It has liquid, instead of a blood pack, it's got like an ice pack there. And then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna show off my gatefold laserdiscs and some bootlegs. Okay, we're gonna move over here to the laserdiscs, and these here very special to me because I think the packaging on them is great, and not only that, but they're gatefold, they have full gloss, and also they're the theatrical editions without before the special edition changes made by Lucas, which I think for the most part most of them were pretty bad. So first I'm gonna look at Star Wars here. Got nice Darth Vader on the cover, sort of reminds me of the steelbooks. And open up, you got some. And first of all, you got that beautiful picture there of the lightsaber duel between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and you got a nice write up here on this side, and you got the chapter listings right there, and you got some more write up on the back. Just an awesome edition. And in case anyone's wondering, I think the picture quality on these is actually the best. I like it even better than the CAV box set. I think it was that these were newer, so they had a little bit better transfers, and yeah, a lot of people love these. These are THX certified, and I think it had better sound on it too, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So this is, of course, The Empire Strikes Back. We open it up, we get a nice shot of the ATs. And the same thing, we got a nice little write up here. Chapter stops there. And the back on that. And then we've got Return of the Jedi here. Which, yeah, I mean, I love Return of the Jedi. I mean, I remember, I think it was my favorite for a long time. Empire to this day is my favorite. I used to go back and forth liking Return of the Jedi a little bit more because I just loved the ending of Return of the Jedi. It was just, you know, just where Luke came from the beginning to where he ended up, and the Emperor is my favorite villain. So yeah, I mean, look at that. That's just amazing artwork in there. Peek back. Now we're gonna get into, well, speaking of the original trilogy, let me move over here and grab this pile. These here are bootlegs of the despecialized edition of Star Wars. A fan actually had recreated the original trilogy and made it into Blu-ray quality online, and he has it free, available to download to your hard drive on your computer or whatnot. But I kind of just wanted physical copies of these, so someone was selling them on eBay, and I knew it wouldn't last long to get pulled, so I bought it. And I actually haven't even checked it out yet. It's nothing special. As you can see here, it's like pretty crap artwork, and it's even worse on the disc. I mean, it's just written on a BDR. But it is a direct download in Blu-ray quality, and actually even Dolby Digital sound. So I can't wait to check these out and see how they hold up. So there's Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. This here is my Force Awakens 3D deluxe box set. This here was the only way to get the 3D edition, which is important to me. I'm actually a fan of 3D, and I'm sad to see it go from a lot of the Blu-rays. I think it does add, for me, it does add another depth to the, or another dimension or another depth to the viewing experience. Kind of sucks you in a little bit more, and yeah, I mean, it's important to me. So, and I think any discs that are around that are still 3D, I think they're gonna probably be one of the ones that are worth money down the road to collectors who love 3D and still have 3D television sets and whatnot. But I don't think 3D is going anywhere. I think there's going to be aftermarket boxes you can purchase to still get the experience. Next is a custom box made by a collector. I think this was called like machined aluminum. It feels plastic, but I don't know. This collector would make custom boxes out of like, I forget, it's like a fiberglass type material of your favorite movies to house them all together, especially like when they were from different companies, so you couldn't get that box that you wanted in your collection. He would make it, and you know, it would be great for putting it on the shelf. So let me show you what the other side looks like. They're all falling out. Not easy to do with one hand. I put all my editions of Star Wars, or 2-disc editions, in here. And I'm not going to be able to get them in easily with one hand because they're all falling apart. These originally came in cardboard cases, like the silver and gold trilogy cases. I threw those cases away pretty much. Bought the metal case, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I'm sure the design is even better today if he's still making these, because the printing quality has gotten a lot better. But it's got kind of like a foil type look to it. And I mean, with artwork, he's just amazing. I mean, look at the detail in this. I mean, he's got like Star Wars font and lettering up there, up at the top. Something you don't even think about, like the language in Star Wars, the written language is different, and it's just, it's amazing. And actually, he made the cases, but he had a lot of contributors off of sites like DVD Talk and High Def Ninja and stuff that supplied the graphics. So like people went crazy. I mean, there was like people did Criterion like covers for Star Wars and you name it. I mean, just they took fan art or like people like Nathan Thomas Milner, like artists like that, like from comic conventions, and they had custom artwork drawn up. And I mean, at one point, the site was just amazing. But now a lot of them have gone away, and I'm still happy to still have this. I still love this set, and like I said, the guy's name was Paul Champagne, and he actually did a lot of designs. He actually was featured in a lot of magazine, well, not a lot, but he was featured in a magazine I used to read called Home Theater Interiors. And I mean, back in the day, for like bootleg type stuff, that was unheard of, that a magazine would actually highlight his work and tell you where to go to buy his designs and stuff like that. So now getting into more, well, actually this isn't actually a bootleg, this is a real edition, A Galaxy Far, Far Away Inside the Universe of a Phenomenon. And it's more of like a DVD about the convention scene for Star Wars and like the Star Wars celebrations. And it just takes you into that sort of world where you can just, just see all that fun stuff. And it has special appearances by Joe Pesci, Roger Corman, Meatloaf, Andy Garcia, James Duvall, Adam Carolla, and Jimmy Kimmel. And yeah, I mean, this is just fun. I mean, for the Star Wars fan, we look to buy everything. All right, now this here is a bootleg called Star Wars Rarities. I'm going to take you through what this is about. It has the making of Star Wars effects, Star Wars in the Muppets, At the Movies, which was a review. I think that was Siskel and Ebert's review of Return of the Jedi. A PM Magazine, which was a TV show with Mark Hamill. Sneak Previews, 1983. John Williams 2020 interview. C-3PO cereal commercial. Mark Hamill Star Wars intro. So, which was probably like a TV, something that ran before the TV premiere. So I just collected a bunch of stuff like that. That's hard to find and put it all in one place. And honestly, a lot of it's fun. I mean, the quality's not going to be the greatest. It's going to be standard definition or VHS quality, but it's hard to find stuff like this, which might be on YouTube for all I know. It's nice having it on physical disc, even though it's probably not the greatest quality. Yeah, it's just probably like late 1990s artwork there, but fun stuff. Star Wars The Forgotten Scenes. This basically is all of the deleted scenes and work print scenes that never made it onto even some of the DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't know if you can read any of this. For the first time on DVD, we give you what every Star Wars fan has been waiting for, the forgotten scenes. For over 20 years, dozens of deleted scenes have been sitting on cutting room floors, hidden away, banished through time. So sit back and enjoy 50 deleted scenes, over 200 footage stills, scene by scene background information and interactive menus. And if you can see that, there's just Luke getting a face cast there, and just some Ralph McQuarrie artwork that may or may not have been used at certain points. So again, just more fun stuff for the Star Wars fan, because quite honestly, they did a pretty poor job in a lot of the special features for the films. George Lucas held back a lot of stuff, and yeah, even the steelbooks, the features that are on that, I mean, people are still complaining. I seen an ad the other day. It's not a YouTube person was complaining that the Rogue One special features sucked. You know, they were all just like 5 minute quickie, promotional things. Nothing too involving. Here is this here. I believe is basically all the vintage toy commercials from the '80s from Kenner. Stuff like this. If you grew up with the Star Wars figures like I did in the '80s, used to love watching these on TV to find out what figures were in stores and Child World and KB Toys and all that other stuff. And yeah, these are all the Kenner commercials, the 12 inches, the 3.75 inch, all the ships, the Kenner remote control R2D2 video game commercials from like I think it was Parker Brothers put them out for the Nintendo and all that. Pepperidge Farm cookie commercials. I mean, anything a Star Wars fan would like for commercials is on this disc. This is more great stuff. And the last thing I got to show you here is the Star Wars Holiday Special, which has never been released and actually has been disowned by Lucas. Yeah, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I mean, it's stuff that, I could just picture like a director in the control room, like in Scrooge, just saying, cut this shit, cut it live, cut it. This sucks. It was bad, but it's because you can't get it anywhere, because it's never going to be released. It's a must-have for a Star Wars fan to just sit back, crack a beer open, and just enjoy it. And again, you can find these floating around on eBay or other sites where you would get this type of stuff. And I still look for this stuff. I'd like to get this stuff upgraded to Blu-ray and better quality probably, but that is gonna do it for my Star Wars collection pretty much. I showed you some steelbooks, I showed you some laser discs. I didn't show you a box that I have, which is like that book style box set where all the discs slide into the cardboard compartments. I have that too. I could not locate that for the making of this video, but didn't want to hold it off. And I got one other Laserdisc set to show you. I have to get up and walk over here. And this is actually the special editions, which are altered, but it's a box set that I got signed up by, as you can see here, Billy D. Williams as Lando, the late Jeremy Bulloch of Boba Fett, who played Boba Fett, and I got a couple of guys down here. I've got the guy who played Uncle Owen right there, and I think this is the guy who played Bib Fortuna. Oh, actually, wait a minute, what am I saying? That's Jim Henson right there. So, yeah, I mean, that's a nice little set. So that will do her. Hope you enjoyed this video. And again, thank you for Toddy Walnuts for making the Star Wars Steelbook overview. Check his video out if you want to see detailed information and pictures for the insides of those. I didn't open mine up. I didn't want this to be too long. So again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.